Joe Biden slammed President Trump on Tuesday for what Biden sees as the president's passive response to intelligence reports the Russians paid Taliban fighters to kill American soldiers. Trump claims he was not briefed and that the reports were not credible.
So the idea that somehow he didn't know or isn't being briefed, it is a dereliction of duty if that's the case. And if he was briefed and nothing was done about this, that's a dereliction of duty.
Biden, who was President Barack Obama's vice president, has been a fierce critic of what Biden calls Trump's haphazard and dangerous foreign policy. In January, he said Trump put the U.S. on the brink of war after a U.S. airstrike killed a top Iranian general in retaliation for deadly Iranian-backed attacks on Americans in Iraq.
The failure to consult with our allies or Congress and the reckless disregard for the consequences that would surely follow was, in my view, dangerously incompetent.
However, tensions eased after Iran retaliated with a non-lethal missile attack against a U.S. military base in Iraq. In contrast to Trump's reliance on unilateral action to confront U.S. security threats, Biden promises to work closely with Democratic allies and prioritize negotiation over confrontation. Biden is closer to Trump's position on ending U.S. military involvement in Afghanistan and Syria, continuing negotiations with North Korea to end its nuclear program, and confronting China's suppression of human rights in Hong Kong. But critics question how effective Biden can be in leading an international response with the left wing of the Democratic Party opposed to military interventions. Add to that pressing domestic challenges Biden would face in the coronavirus pandemic, growing unemployment, and racial injustice protests at home.
He's got a huge and very expensive agenda that he's already signed up to. So the likelihood of a sort of traditional revival of American assertive leadership and particularly intervention in crises, I'm a little bit skeptical of.
Biden would likely rejoin the Iran nuclear deal negotiated by the Obama administration that Trump pulled out of, arguing the accord did not limit ballistic missile development and support for Iranian-backed militias. Biden would recommit the U.S. to the Paris Climate Accord signed by nearly 200 countries, cutting greenhouse gas emissions from cars and factories to counter global warming. But Biden said he would not rejoin the Obama-era Trans-Pacific Partnership Free Trade Pact that Trump rejected until stronger protections for labor and American jobs are added. Brian Padden, VOA News, Washington.